In the middle of the endless blue waters of the Mediterranean Sea, there is an island where ancient civilizations left their footprints, where mountains meet the ocean, and where life continues to move at the gentle rhythm of the waves. A place where hidden villages rest between stone cliffs, where golden beaches disappear into turquoise waters, and where every corner carries a story written by thousands of years of history. This is Mallorca, the largest island of Spain's Balearic Islands, a land where nature, culture, and human traditions exist together beneath the Mediterranean sun. For centuries, Mallorca has been a crossroads between different worlds. Sailors cross these waters searching for new lands. Different civilizations arrived on its shores, leaving behind their languages, architecture, traditions, and stories that continue shaping the island today. Long before Mallorca became known as a paradise destination, it was already a place of survival and adaptation. The first communities learned to live among mountains, forests, and the unpredictable power of the sea. They built villages from stone, cultivated the land, and created a lifestyle deeply connected with the natural world around them. But Mallorca's true identity is not only found in its landscapes. It is found in the people who call this island home. In small villages hidden among the mountains, traditions continue through generations. Families gather around traditional meals. Craftsmen continue creating handmade products using techniques passed down from their ancestors. Farmers still work the fertile lands that have supported island communities for centuries. Here, life is not measured only by speed or success. It is measured by moments: a conversation beneath an old tree, a quiet morning overlooking the sea, or an evening when entire communities gather as the sun disappears beyond the horizon. Beyond the peaceful villages lies another Mallorca, shaped by powerful forces of nature. The dramatic Serra de Tramuntana Mountains rise along the northern coast, creating a landscape where stone cliffs, ancient paths, and hidden valleys reveal the island's wild spirit. For centuries, people have lived among these mountains, transforming difficult terrain into terraces of olive trees, vineyards, and farmland that seem to blend perfectly with the landscape. But beneath Mallorca's beauty lies something deeper. A feeling that this island exists between the past and present. Ancient stone villages stand beside modern coastal towns. Historic castles overlook beaches filled with visitors. Traditional celebrations continue while a new generation creates its own future. Perhaps this is the greatest mystery of Mallorca. How a small island, surrounded by the Mediterranean, has managed to preserve its soul while becoming known throughout the world. Because Mallorca is not simply a place to visit. It is a place to experience. A place where the sound of the ocean carries ancient memories, where every village hides a story, and where every sunset reminds people that life does not always need to move faster. So what is life really like on this Mediterranean island? Beyond the beaches and famous landscapes, how do people live, preserve their traditions, and build a future on a land shaped by thousands of years of history? In this journey, we will discover the real Mallorca, its people, culture, hidden villages, breathtaking landscapes, and the timeless lifestyle that makes this island unlike anywhere else in Europe. This is Living in Mallorca, a journey into a Mediterranean world where ancient history meets island life, where mountains embrace the sea, and where every wave carries a story from the past into the future. But the true story of Mallorca is not only written in its mountains, beaches, or ancient buildings. It is written in the small moments that reveal how people have learned to live with the island's unique rhythm. Because Mallorca is not a place that demands attention. It quietly invites people to slow down and discover the beauty hidden between ordinary days. Away from the famous coastal landscapes, another Mallorca exists. A Mallorca of narrow stone streets, ancient villages, and homes that have stood against the passage of time. In these villages, mornings begin with familiar sounds, the opening of small markets, conversations between neighbors, and the smell of traditional bread and local food filling the streets. Here, people are not simply living on an island. They are continuing a story that began long before Mallorca became known around the world. For generations, island life has been shaped by the relationship between humans and the Mediterranean. The sea provided more than food and transportation. It connected Mallorca with distant civilizations, bringing new ideas, cultures, and influences that slowly became part of the island's identity. But the people of Mallorca also learned the importance of protecting what they inherited. The ancient terraces carved into mountain slopes, the olive trees growing for hundreds of years, and the traditional villages built from local stone all represent a connection with the generations who came before. Every stone wall has a purpose. Every old path carries memories. Every landscape tells the story of people who adapted to this island long before modern tourism arrived. Deep in the countryside, agriculture remains an important part of Mallorca's identity. Farmers continue working among olive groves, vineyards, and fields that have been shaped by generations of knowledge. Their relationship with the land is not based on controlling nature. It is based on understanding it. still belong to another era. Perhaps this is why Mallorca continues to fascinate so many people. It offers something that has become increasingly rare in the modern world. A place where history is not only remembered, but experienced. Where the past does not disappear beneath the future, but quietly becomes part of it. Because Mallorca's greatest treasure is not a single beach, a single mountain, or a single landmark. It is the invisible connection between the island and the people who have spent centuries creating a life here. This is Mallorca, an island where ancient paths lead to modern dreams, where the Mediterranean continues shaping human stories, and where life remains guided by the timeless rhythm of the sea. Living in Mallorca, the Mediterranean island where time flows differently, continued Part 2. But there is a deeper side of Mallorca that many visitors never discover. Beyond the turquoise waters and dramatic coastlines lies a quieter world. A world where traditions are protected, where old villages remain untouched by time, and where people continue living according to the rhythm of the island itself. Because Mallorca's true beauty is not only what the eyes can see. It is what people feel when they become part of its slow and timeless way of life. In the heart of the island, surrounded by fields and mountains, small communities continue a lifestyle built around simplicity. Here, neighbors still know each other. Generations often remain connected to the same villages where their families lived for decades, sometimes even centuries. A house is not only a structure made of stone. It is a place filled with memories. A doorway where children once played, a courtyard where families gathered, a garden where old trees continue growing as silent witnesses of time. This connection to the past can be seen throughout Mallorca's countryside. Ancient olive trees stand across the landscape, their twisted branches shaped by centuries of wind and sunlight. They are more than trees. They are living memories of the people who planted them, cared for them, and depended on them through generations. The same patience can be found in the island's traditional crafts. In small workshops, skilled hands continue creating objects using methods passed down from previous generations. Every movement carries experience. Every creation carries a piece of Mallorca's identity. In a world where everything moves faster, these traditions represent something rare. The belief that some things are valuable precisely because they cannot be rushed. But Mallorca is also shaped by the relationship between its people and the sea. For island communities, the Mediterranean has always been more than a beautiful view. It is a force that has influenced their history, their economy, and their way of understanding the world. For centuries, fishermen followed the waters around the island, reading the signs of nature and passing their knowledge to the next generation. The sea provided opportunities, but it also demanded respect. Because those who live beside the ocean understand an important truth. Nature gives, but nature must also be respected. As the island enters the modern era, Mallorca faces a unique challenge. How can a place become known around the world while still protecting the soul that made it special? Every year, millions of people arrive searching for the beauty of the Mediterranean. They come for the beaches, the landscapes, and the feeling of escaping ordinary life. But beyond the places shown on postcards, another Mallorca continues quietly existing. A Mallorca where farmers still follow ancient rhythms, where families still gather around traditional tables, where old streets still carry voices from generations before. Perhaps the greatest secret of Mallorca is that it has never tried to become something else. The island changed, but it never completely forgot itself. It welcomed the modern world while protecting the things that gave it meaning. And somewhere between the mountains, the villages, and the endless Mediterranean horizon, Mallorca reveals its true identity. Not simply as a paradise for travelers, but as a living island with memories, traditions, and people who continue writing its story every day. Because some places are unforgettable, not because they are perfect. They are unforgettable because they still feel alive. This is Mallorca, an island where ancient stones remember the past, where the Mediterranean shapes every generation, and where the true beauty of life is found in the connection between people, nature, and time itself. Living in Mallorca, the Mediterranean island, where time flows differently. Continued Part 3. As the journey through Mallorca continues, another hidden chapter begins to appear. A chapter not written by kings, explorers, or famous landmarks, but by the ordinary people who have spent their entire lives surrounded by the beauty and challenges of this island. Because every paradise has another story beneath its surface. A story of adaptation, hard work, and generations of people who learned that living on an island means understanding both the gifts and the demands of nature. For centuries, Mallorca's people depended on the land and the sea. The island's mountains protected hidden valleys, where communities created farms and villages. The Mediterranean provided a connection to distant lands and shaped the culture of those who lived along its shores. This relationship created a unique island identity. A culture where the sea is always present, where the mountains remain silent guardians, and where the changing seasons continue influencing daily life. In the villages of Mallorca, time seems to move differently. The morning begins slowly. Small bakeries open their doors. Local markets fill with conversations. Elderly residents sit together in village squares, watching another day unfold exactly as generations before them experienced it. These moments may appear ordinary. But they represent something disappearing in many parts of the modern world. A life built around connection. A connection between neighbors, between families, and between people and the place they call home. One of the most fascinating parts of Mallorca is how the island preserves traces of different eras at the same time. Ancient stone pathways lead through landscapes where people still walk today. Old watchtowers remain along the coast, silent reminders of a time when the Mediterranean was a place of exploration, trade, and uncertainty. Historic churches and traditional houses continue standing against the passage of time, carrying memories of the generations who built their lives around them. But Mallorca is not a place trapped in history. The island continues changing with each new generation. Young people are creating new ideas, new businesses, and new ways to share their culture with the world. They are proving that protecting tradition does not mean refusing the future. It means allowing the past to become the foundation for something new. This balance can be seen everywhere across Mallorca. A traditional fishing village can exist beside a modern coastal town. A centuries-old farm can stand beside contemporary homes. Ancient celebrations can continue, while new generations create their own traditions. Perhaps this ability to balance change and memory is what makes Mallorca unique. Because many places around the world have beautiful landscapes. Many places have beaches, mountains, and historic buildings. But fewer places still have a feeling of belonging. A feeling that the land itself remembers the people who have cared for it. As evening arrives, the island reveals another side of its character. The noise of the day slowly disappears. Boats return to the harbor. Villages become quiet beneath the fading light. The mountains stand above the island like ancient guardians, watching over everything below. In these moments, Mallorca feels less like a destination and more like a story. A story written by waves, stone, wind, and generations of people who chose to build their lives here. This is Mallorca, an island shaped by centuries of history, protected by the strength of its people, and forever guided by the endless rhythm of the Mediterranean Sea.